evening and welcome to the July 24th, 2025 regular meeting of the Zoning Commission held at 7 p.m. in room 133 of the Brookfield Town Hall and streamed live on Zoom. First, I'll have the members of the Zoning Commission present here this evening introduce themselves, starting from my left.
Phoebe Holmes.
Kurt Timmerman, Chairman.
Matt Grimes, Secretary.
Also present here this evening is our CEO, Fran Lawley, and our Recording Secretary, Elizabeth Adams. Tonight, Phoebe Holmes will be a voting member in the regular member's absence. So why don't we all stand up and recite the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Move to approve the minutes of the regular meeting dated July 10th, 2025 as submitted.
All right, do I have a second?
Second.
Thanks, Phoebe. Thanks, Matt. Any amendments anybody seen? They looked all right to me.
Good to me.
All right, all in favor of approving the minutes, say aye.
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 All right, thank you. So 6A, 18 Junction Road, do we have all the information yet?
We do not. We're still waiting for the information to come in from the applicant.
All right, so as last meeting, we cannot accept the application due to incomplete application.
Just as a matter of course in the land use office, I mean, I know the application is not complete, but if something gets stamped in the land use office, does a clock start with that or no?
Usually when our script I write for public hearings, I say
Well,
it
it's
was
public
formally
hearings,
received by the zoning commission on the date of our meeting.
Right,
That's
but-
when it's formally received.
But not every application requires a public hearing.
No, no,
So-
that's right.
So did the clock start when they brought in their initial application?
No, because
Even
these are
though-
public hearing applications.
Oh, they
so-
are? Okay.
Yeah, the only thing we were gonna set is the public hearing date. And so by not
Can't do
accepting
that.
it, we don't start the clock.
Okay.
Okay.
How about 19A Elbow Hill Road?
No.
Oh,
nothing yet.
okay, so for that one, again, we cannot accept the application due to incompleteness. How about 7A, 14 Sunset Hill Road?
We're still waiting for payment on the application and the amount of material that he needs to bring in or he's already brought into the property.
Okay, so we can accept that application, but could you also tell them that in their package, could you outline where he's putting the dirt? It's not obvious on the proposed
It looks
plan.
like somebody took a picture and blew it up.
Yeah, I think, I'm just guessing it's where the septic is, but that's a guess. So if he could have that ready for us.
Outline
Yeah.
on the plan the area.
Yeah. All right, oh, well, there's no table items. Commissioner, I have something to say.
Please.
Where was that? Oh, I know it. Oh, did I miss something here? Oh, well, I'm sorry, we missed two. Notice of application for Texaman in town of Newtown. So it just is interesting. Yeah, I
Yep.
jumped
back to
right
item
over
two.
that.
Yep.
Cluster homes, not the first application, 25.17, but, well, I guess that's related to application 25.18. I'm gonna look at it and maybe, as far as new types of homes, they're talking about development of cluster, single-family, age-restricted homes, but I'm curious as to what they define as cluster, single-family, so I'm gonna look at that, and maybe that's like our conservation subdivisions, I don't know. But if anybody else
It doesn't sound like a heritage village to me or anything like that, but.
No, so that's interesting. I'm gonna look at that.
I do believe, just if you want to look at some kind of a model on that, Kurt, I believe part of Oxford Green, you know where Oxford Green Golf Course is in Oxford?
Yep,
So I believe part of Oxford is age restricted and it's single family homes. It's not
Right.
condominiums.
Yep.
So on a certain part of that, they all happen to be in one space.
Yeah.
I think that's, put it this way, that's what I think of when I see
oh,
something
so
like
similar to
this.
Meadowbrook. Where they're on small, that's a conservation subdivision.
It is.
They're
it is.
half-acre lots in a 1 acre zone, and then the rest is conserved as open space. So, except in this case, Oxford Greens is a
Golf
golf
course.
course, but, yeah. So, yeah. I'm gonna
But
look
as
at
part
that.
of the way they got the golf course, though, they did preserve quite a bit of land as open space.
yeah.
Whenever they built Oxford Greens.
All right, so if anybody's interested in looking at that, that'd be for, I would say, the planning portion of the P and Z. And then the only thing I had under commissioner comments, about sidewalks, Greg had called me and I like sidewalks.
Our Greg?
Greg
Our
Dombrowski.
Greg
Or
Dombrowski.
Greg, oh, Greg
No,
Dombrowski, okay.
not our Greg. Greg Dombrowski. I mean, sidewalks, there's a kind of sidewalks down in the commercial zones where they're only 5 feet wide. They're usually on the the properties of the people who own the property, so they don't have to do
Businesses, yep.
state stuff. And a lot of times we want them there to connect them eventually. And he had gotten a call from a business owner up in, I think, the Commercial Gateway South, and which would include like Puccinellas and stuff
Right,
like
okay,
that.
down
Yeah.
that way, yep.
And so connecting further south, there's no sidewalks, and maybe people want to walk up from one of the residential developments down there. And so he was wondering, is there anybody going to ever put in sidewalks, or is there any process to make that happen? And no, we don't, except as redevelopment or new development, we like to add and ask for a sidewalk to start connecting them.
Sure.
Alternatively, we can look into this as
Didn't we
as-
just approve that application with the commercial build, and it was commercial, and then it was the,
yes, and that was a
5
missed
units?
opportunity
it
to
was a missed
add-
opportunity
yes,
to
it
add
was-
sidewalks in that
exactly.
guy's,
Yeah.
Part of the issue is
project.
too with a lot of those properties, especially right in the area you're talking about where Pulcinella is, the laundromat and everything.
that would be a nice,
Pre-existing non-conforming
nice spot
properties.
for-
Those buildings
Yeah.
existed almost exactly as they are today with the footprints as they
Right.
are
Yeah.
prior to zoning. And
Right.
as you love to hear me say, I guess, or ad nauseum maybe, if you take a right out of Silver Mine Road and head towards New Milford, you've got a whole hopscotch of pre-existing
Yeah.
you
non-conforming
do,
properties.
you really do.
So,
Like a patchwork quilt almost.
you can't force someone to put one on if they're not redeveloping or something, but there's other alternatives. Some towns have sidewalk funds where they.
Funds, did you say?
Fund,
Sidewalk
F-U-N-D.
funding? That's great.
So put money into a sidewalk fund so the town can be, put some money in. Also, if you create an ordinance or put it in your regs, that's a mechanism or shows the state that, hey, we care about sidewalks.
I like
And
that.
we get a grant for it.
As someone who lives right by there too, I will say, that is one of, from my perspective, the Hart bus's busiest stops. There are people
Yeah.
getting on and coming off there all the time, going to work in the big
Oh, yeah.
boxes across the
Yeah.
street and everything.
And
A crosswalk would do good
I mean,
down
I
there,
see the
too.
bus stop, so it'd be good to have a
Yeah.
sidewalk and a bus
There are
stop.
people getting on and off all the time.
Yeah.
So how do we get a sidewalk fund started?
Not
Not the
I'm
purview of this
gonna
commission.
talk with Greg to kind of develop this and ask
great
some of the
idea.
other things.
Sidewalk
I didn't
funds.
know
But,
how.
but you would also have to get buy-in from the property owners too, I presume.
Yeah, I mean, you would have to have a whole strategy, which, whether it's, you have to figure out, should it be an ordinance, should it be a zoning reg? How's the funding gonna happen? Why would it happen? Look at some other models, so. Greg has brought it up to me, so it could be some sort of subcommittee where we start exploring it and what happens with it.
Okay.
Was that,
Good.
there's a book that you used to read in elementary school called Where the Sidewalk Ends, kind of.
I mean,
I'm still
one,
reading that to my kid every night.
one example I saw was Nordex,
Okay.
which is right between Barmbek and Del Primo. And
Yep.
it's that missing, however long that is, 200 foot, 400
It's like a
foot
missing
section.
tooth almost.
Yeah, it's like you're walking along and now you have to walk on the grass, but it's nice and flat. And, I almost feel like going to Nordic and say, hey, would you do us a solid and put a sidewalk in?
They'll be like, get out of here.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. All right, anything else from commissioners?
Well, I would like to talk about the emails some more.
Oh, all right.
Let's revisit
So,
that. So since I've been a member of this commission, which was in like 2020 or 2021, we have never had them. And I
No,
requested
and-
them way back then.
yes, and the response was, even in our meeting,
And
so maybe
who
you weren't
was
there.
our chair at that point? Was it Eric? Was it?
I don't know who,
Probably.
but we got feedback from the town didn't have enough email addresses to hand out to us because they cost money. You have
Oh,
But
You know,
maybe we could,
you go through the survey.
get a ZC at brookfieldct.gov, which automatically goes to all of us or something like that.
Even the previous board wanted emails too,
yeah,
prior to this.
the previous board
the commission.
in way back in.
Yeah,
After Eric, but before this board right here.
yeah,
Okay, that was the Gary Getz board.
Correct.
I was on both of those. So I was on the Gary Getz. I was
Yeah.
on the three.
Yeah.
The
Even
Kurt,
the
Gary,
chairwoman
and the.
at time too, I can't remember, what was her name? She was a the advocate for the emails.
Yeah.
Which, the one who quit.
Yes.
So I guess maybe have
Vogel.
a conversation
Vogel?
to see if we can get
Ann
a
Vogel, that was it.
ZC or something like that, because Board of Finance has BOF, Board of
Yeah.
Selectmen has BOS.
Yeah.
I think I know.
So
as
do
I said,
those
what-
people have, so that's an extra email account for them that they check, like in a,
No,
not,
no,
it doesn't go to
no,
their
they-
Gmail
no,
or whatever
it-
for BOF, it goes to it.
It goes to the BOF email,
Okay.
and then each of them, it automatically forwards to each of them.
So can we get that?
Well-
Probably not. No, here's another reason why. Because the commissions and the boards have authority as commissions and boards. Individual members have no authority. So that's part of the reason why, because what you don't want is somebody emailing 2 or 3 commissioners or this many commissioners or anything. Everybody should be seeing the same email, so.
Yeah, no, you mentioned a first email that then gets propagated.
That's exactly.
Yeah,
it.
I
How
don't
much
see
could
a
this
problem with that.
cost, though? Like, how much does this cost the
Well,
town? for
I don't know,
individual?
but you know how some of these things work. It's like, okay, you're buying our package, you get this many emails. Oh, you want to buy more? Okay, you have to go to the next
Yeah,
package.
because like I believe every department has, like, there's a land use at brookfieldct.gov, I believe, there's a tax collector
Yeah.
at Brookfield, town
No,
clerk.
I'll ask.
See if we can get a
I'm
ZC.
still
I'll
interested
ask
in it.
technical people. Oh, I
Because
would
it's
like
official
to.
business, and that's my qualm with it, is that we are doing official business using our personal accounts, and I really do think that we should have them, so I'll state that on the record.
All right. Interesting though, the scenario you mentioned where it's kind of outgoing. You know, the ZC gets and is propagated. When you respond to who, you know, we have to see how they do in the BOE and BOS. If you respond, where do you respond back to? The ZC email, and
Well,
it collects
I'll
it?
just give you an example. So I happen to be the secretary for the police station ad hoc committee, and we have a police ad hoc at brookfieldct.gov.
So even you guys have,
Yeah, they
Well,
got
but
one.
just the one, so like, for example, so when I send out the minutes for that and everything, I think Jay Purcell, the chairman, wrote back, replied, "Thanks, Matt," and everybody got "Thanks, Matt" by replying to that address.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you just applied to the ZC.
Well,
Yeah, well, or I
police
mean,
station
whatever,
ad
yeah,
hoc,
yeah,
yeah.
okay,
I
all
just
right.
sent to the one address and copied the town clerk's
Yeah.
office.
so who's in charge of that email account?
Well, I guess we'll,
IT.
IT.
Yeah, because we had to give, Cynthia collected all of our email, Cynthia from upstairs, the Board of Selectmen's office. She collected all our email addresses and contact info, gave them to IT, and then they put them all in.
That's good to know. Well, it's 5 years later, maybe
Yeah.
6, and we're still talking about
it-
this.
Well,
but
see,
hey.
it will not remove your personal email from receiving them, because the ZC will collect them and then send it to your personal email.
Okay.
But
Um, just like the-
but
let's
it
just-
stops them from emailing
Yeah,
individual
yeah.
commissioners.
Just like the land use, actually is our firewall to all the planning commission, zoning commission, inland wetlands. It's sent to the land use, and then they propagate it to us. So,
Does everybody in the office get it, Fran, when it's sent to land use? Do you get it? Does Laura get it, and everybody get it?
Depending on what it is, if it's like like the new town, the change, that goes to the town clerk, then it gets forwarded over.
No,
to
I'm
the-
not asking that. I'm asking, if somebody emails landuse@brookfieldct.gov, how many people get that email?
Depending if it's a complaint, or what the purpose is.
no, does everybody see it?
No, not everybody.
Who's the one that divvies it up?
Amy?
Automatically?
No, it does it automatically, yeah.
Oh. Technology.
Oh, I have more questions during this informal. Sorry to keep you all, but
I get,
That's all right.
I
I think we have
personally,
time.
I personally get too many emails, work, business.
Oh, I'll delete all the ones from Fran.
so when the board becomes planning and zoning,
We have to get a new email
Together.
address.
so that wasn't what I was going to ask, but we will. You're right. But do you think those meetings are going to be super long? Like, is this going to be their business that they handle, and this plus this business?
They
and
have
that's
so
the
little
meeting?
business.
I don't
So
think,
little.
I don't think it
Oh.
will. I think that the other towns seem to manage that pretty well.
Yeah.
Planning right now should be down to one a month anyway.
They are.
They
They
are.
So will
finally.
like Fran come to these? Will you be at
Of
the
course.
planning zoning
They'll
combined?
probably be twice a month, but it'll just be that and everything.
Laura and I will be here.
What's gonna be good about it too is because planning is included in it now, when there's regular vacancies, P and Z will fill its own vacancies. The
No.
selectmen will not fill them. Yes,
No,
well, of course,
the
it's.
charter has
statute
been
trumps-
changed.
The statute trumps it. Planning must fill its own vacancies.
It's not planning.
It is.
Planning and zoning.
It is, but
Does it say that for the
every-
merged,
every municipality that has a planning and zoning commission fills its own vacancies, even when selecting the town council do not. The state statute says every planning
Really?
commission fills its own vacancies.
oh, all right, what's that statute?
So what does that mean? The
I will
board
put-
members vote amongst each other to
Exactly.
fill
Well,
the
that's, by
vacancy
the way,
with
that's what
someone?
planning does
Exactly,
right
like for
now.
example, Bethel,
Oh.
the selectmen fill all the vacancies except P and Z.
P and Z, right now, planning
This is
commission
interesting.
in the old charter
Okay,
filled their own vacancies, and then their bylaws reflected it, and so did the ordinance. And so when we did a new charter, that one section disappeared, but you're saying there's a,
So a couple of years ago, there was a charter revision that failed to have the selectmen fill vacancies on finance and education, which right now fill their own. And they wanted it to get it planning too, and they were told no. The state said no, planning must fill, elected planning commission must fill its own vacancies, and that's the case when it becomes P
yeah,
and Z.
so you have to send me could you send me the statute?
I'd be happy to, yeah.
so becomes the chairman of the board? Is that? gonna
They'll
be-
elect a new
They'll
one.
we
elect a
had-
new
we-
one, so
we
you
have to
won't be
elect
the
it right
chair
away.
necessarily
Oh,
anymore.
no,
Because
nor
we'll be
will,
electing,
yeah,
or will,
Yeah.
who's it, Scott?
nor will Scott. you
Well,
know, it'll be-
every elected board elects new ones after every election.
So it'll be early, because I figure it'll be like a vacancy now. And when, on both the bylaws, if there's a vacancy in the officers, you can vote a new one.
I believe the
So it can
reference to the
happen on
charter-
December.
Okay. And how many people will be at the table at that
Too
time?
many?
10.
You know, all the-
Too
10
many.
people, so what's the quorum for?
Four.
So we only really
Oh,
need
so,
4 people
no,
to
it's
show up?
it's 7 and 3.
for
7
that.
regular
So
members
7
and 3.
regulars and 3,
Yeah.
okay. That's
So,
gonna be a,
y-
so 10
uh,
people will sit here
possibly.
every night and.
Yeah, plus 2 more. I don't know where.
Where,
I don't know where
wow,
it goes.
that's gonna be interesting.
Actually, I don't know who the recording secretary is, because planning's got their, you don't do planning, do you? No.
So it won't be you?
No, we don't know.
I don't know how it'll work.
Hmm,
And when does
But-
it go into effect?
December 1.
December 1, yeah.
do you think this will be better or worse, or just
I think,
the
no, I think
same,
it's
or-
great.
or
I
any-
think we're overdue. There's not a lot left to subdivide, and I think it's
Yeah.
long overdue.
I thought it was a good choice too, but I was just
Yeah,
curious what you guys thought.
sometimes they cancel their meetings for lack of business,
Oh, okay.
and that's why they're down to 1.
1 meeting a month.
One meeting,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, that's good. So it won't be a super huge
No,
lift. To
no,
add
and
them.
the POCD, which is the big thing.
Yep.
Is through its process now, so by the time we get to December, it'll already be done.
You guys going to the August POCD?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we can't go in front of,
We can't, not as, we can sit there, but
we can sit there, yes, we can't talk. No, member of the zoning can go in front of planning and talk, and vice versa. Just
went to
those
the
2
last
land
one.
use.
I went to the last one.
You can go, but you can't talk.
Oops. Just sitting at the table.
Yeah,
I
that's
was just
fine.
sitting. Okay.
Yeah, you can go to those, workshops,
Yeah,
but
the
you
workshops.
can't go to the public hearing and talk at the public hearing.
Okay.
And you can't submit anything, because the state feels like it's a second bite of the apple. And you have more
I get
authority
that.
than
Right,
the
because
regu-
as a zoning commissioner, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Okay. Well, that's all my questions for tonight.
So we'll look
finding
into,
that statute.
yeah, so you can email it to me, Matt.
How's the ad hoc committee going
What, for the PD?
for the police station?
We're doing very well. It's,
Oh, you wanna, why don't we adjourn the meeting?
Oh, yes.
I get a motion?
May I make a motion to adjourn this meeting?
All right,
I'll
thank you,
second it.
Phoebe. Thank you, Matt. All in favor?
Aye.